familiar faces behind me from this week. So I'm going to let the railroad go next and ask him whatever you would like.
So I'm going to give you an update from where we left off this afternoon. At the current time, we have one car left to remove from the rail. All the cars have been stacked out of the way so the track can be installed. We are also starting to install the track and the track panels at this time. The next step for us, as I might have said earlier, is we will then transfer any of the loads from the tank cars that are left, the full loads, and into trucks, and then we'll be working on that. We also will have those cars on site into at least the middle of next week because they're on a hold from the NTSB for their review of the cars, NTSB and FRA. After that, we'll continue with all of our remediation activities at the site and obviously opening the track back up. One other thing I want to get out there is the reception center is open for residents that were evacuated from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you own a business, you can come there if you have questions, but the claims department and their teams will go around to each business after everybody returns and go through with each business owner any of the concerns and different things. Thank you.
What was your name, sir?
Scott Deutsch.
Spell the last?
D-E-U-T-S-C-H.
Okay, so let's open it up for questions, please, one at a time, and then you tell me who you would like to speak to.
Stan Boning, WKBN. Do you have any idea yet when the evacuation order might be lifted and people can return to their homes?
Stan, we've been working on that since Friday night. We are working as hard as we can, but public safety is our utmost importance, okay? They're out there doing all the air sampling tonight. We expect them to be reviewing that data overnight, and we'll see what the data comes back at. I can't speculate what that data is going to say. They have to do their testing.
No timetable as of yet.
No, sir, no.
Evan Lambert with News Nation. Does that all depend on the testing and what the data says tomorrow as far as a timeline? And could we have a better understanding maybe tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Have you had any chance to review any data inside, I guess, what would be the evacuation zone? I know you're still reviewing it, but have you had a chance to get any results back as far as the air quality?
So I'm going to let US EPA speak to that, please.
Thank you, Peggy. Yes, we have been air monitoring throughout the incident, and after the operation that took place by Norfolk Southern last night with the controlled burn, we've been able to safely move our crews largely within, as Peggy indicates, so we've been focusing largely on the air quality within that 1 mile evacuation zone. We've been doing that throughout the day and throughout the night, and we're going to process that data and give our recommendation to the incident commander in the morning.
What has that data said to you so far?
So far, it's been consistent with what we have been seeing. Very few detections, and the detections we have been seeing for the chemicals we're monitoring for have been very low.
Okay. Can we let somebody else have a chance, please? Somebody else?
Do you think the homes will have to be decontaminated? How is that?
Who wants to take that one?
I can do
Air thing, all right.
It's partly the air thing, and part of the reoccupancy plan or return safe home plan that we're working on based on the data will be making it optional for people who want their homes screened to take readings inside their homes. But at this point, we don't know if decontamination or cleaning will be needed until that happens.
Can you speak to any potential irritation that people have experienced and lung irritation, sickness, could it be connected?
Anybody? So I don't think we have a medical expert here, unfortunately, tonight. Oh,
Yep.
I stand corrected. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Major Derek Dunnigan with the Ohio Army National Guard, CST. I'm uncertain who asked the question, but whoever did, could you please repeat?
Oh, I was just asking if any kind of irritant, lung irritation, anything, if people might be experiencing that, could you speak to if there could be a connection to this that you know of at this point?
Well, with any type of air contamination or potential air contamination, fires or whatever, there are particulate matter that can enter the air. So lung irritation could be a possibility. I cannot say whether their irritation is caused by the event or another environmental factor. But if, I would say if anyone is having any type of symptoms they're concerned about, that they should speak with their primary care provider or seek treatment at a local hospital.
We saw what appeared to be National Guard troops in hazmat suits. They were orange, some were white. Can someone walk us through what that process was?
Yeah, I'll turn that over to my deputy commander, Major Jeffrey Jones.
Hi, yes. So, Major Jeff Jones with the 52nd CST, Ohio National Guard. So what you saw us doing this afternoon and earlier this morning is we had teams going into those exclusion zones and taking a look at public safety samples inside of some of the buildings downtown, specifically the police department, fire department, and the administration buildings. And what we were doing was to supplement the air monitoring that the EPA and we are already doing. Was to do that inside the homes as well, so we could verify that any of the chemicals that we are looking for in relation to the train derailment, see if those are inside the home and if the homes might be safe to reoccupy. So that's what you saw in those suits. We start off at the highest level of protection, which is those orange suits that you saw. That helps us in case there was something in that area that would protect our team the most. And we always start high and we start to come down. And after our checks this afternoon, we are downgrading our posture as we go and getting to those white suits, which are less protective, and changing our breathing apparatuses as we go into the homes now, because we're not finding those high levels that would require those suits. And we're only going to continue to downgrade that posture throughout the night and into tomorrow.
Anybody else?
Real quick, Mayor, have you thought, you've addressed this, I think, to some degree in previous briefings, but have you thought about kind of what's next moving forward? You don't know what exactly that will require yet, but just in terms of the community coming together, how you guys...
We have a very strong community here. They come together as a team. When there's incidents of people getting sick or events to raise money for people, this is a very giving, caring community. Everybody's just on edge. We appreciate how everybody's handled this so far. For the majority of residents have really understood what's going on here. This is new to all of us. We don't have media training. We're a small little Ohio town. We're doing the best we can. Frustration levels are high for everybody. Everybody's tired. We're doing our best. We're trying our best. For some people, it will never be good enough. But as a community, we'll rally around this. We're going to demand that there's still constant monitoring, and it was an accident. But Norfolk Southern is going to be responsible for it. They're going to take care of it, and we're going to make sure that that happens. But I think as a community, if anything, this has made us stronger. The outpouring of donations of food, drinks, well wishes. Of course, you're always going to have a few on social media that are experts and know everything. But for the most part, I'm proud of our community. I do apologize for some of the errors I've made in speaking, but we're all new to this, so we're trying our best. That's all I can say.
Okay, just one more question.
When you mentioned that you're constant monitoring, what are some of the longer-term concerns that you or your citizens may be hearing, especially if we know that some of these chemicals are linked to cancer down the road? I mean, how much of a long-term commitment are you expecting?
So I am by no means an expert, even though I've heard so much about chemicals in the last 4 days that has made my head spin. I'm expecting them to do the right thing. I hope they will do the right thing. We have to rely on the experts for this. The Ohio EPA, the U.S. EPA. I am positive they're going to be here for a long time. We have to use and the contractors for Norfolk Southern too. I understand they work for Norfolk Southern, but we have to also rely on them for information too. We've gathered a lot of information. Everybody's going over that information right now. We want to get the residents back in their home. I hate that we had to pull the residents out of our home. Nobody likes that. I just please be patient. We're working diligently. Hopefully by tomorrow we have some answers. We can't promise anything, but I just beg of you to just give us some time. We're working this out as fast as humanly possible.
Okay, all right.
We
We will make sure that that gets out. But I don't, if we don't have any giant interesting information to give you tomorrow morning, it's not worth dragging you all down here. So we'll make sure that that gets tweeted out. I think the patrol has the ability to make that happen, so we'll make sure you guys are aware.
There will be a press conference at some time tomorrow. We just don't know what time.
Twitter feed should we be following?
We can follow up with you.
Yeah, we'll